Hello everybody and welcome back to more of the Inquisitor series where we are starting Hoth. We kind of started in last episode, we just talked to some guy, and basically our whole goal here is to find an artifact, or I guess a better way of putting it is to find a ship that has artifacts on it. And the reason why is because there's a Force Ghost there, and we need to get the Force Ghost and absorb its power, so we're able to pretty much just go all unlimited power up in this business. But right now our focus is finding a guy named Talos. He's a little weird, but he's I guess an archaeologist is a loose way of putting it. You know, we'll see what he can do to help.
We're close, boys. We'll find that temple. I can feel it. Rogers, no cutting corners. Don't forget the salt. Salt's not the best solution, but it's the only thing that doesn't freeze out here, and solid footing is a must.
I'm looking for Lieutenant Talos Drellick of the Imperial Reclamation Service.
My lord, I am honored. I heard you single-handedly unearthed artifacts of the great Tulak Horde. I'm a Naga Sadar man myself, but I'd love to compare notes. What brings you to Hoth, and how may I be of service?
I'm taking over this team in order to locate a ship called the Star Runner.
A ship. Not usually our line, but let's hear it. Maybe we can help. A bit new for the Reclamation Service, but artifacts. And a ghost. I've heard that the dead talk down in the tombs, but to see one, oh, I wonder if it'd be possible to make a hollow image.
Just tell me if you can find the ship.
I found the caves of Skarok Nur, Ludo Kresh's secret apprentice, didn't I? And it only took me 3 years. Engineer Sorrel, do we have any probes that aren't frozen solid?
Shalora works as good as any in these conditions, sir. She may not look like much, but she's got heart.
If my guess is correct, the captain would have launched a distress beacon before the crash, which would give us a line on the ship.
Not a bad idea.
Beware, my lord. The cold's master out here. My boys and I are going to shift camp. Try to get a better communication setup going. But let us know if you find anything.
Basically, I have my own Daniel Jackson now. That is awesome. He, like I said, he's a little weird, but you'll see what I mean as we go throughout the story here on Hoth about how weird he actually is. Now, I think it's worth noting a few things in this episode. First is that this is one of those episodes. If you've been watching this series for however long, I mean, since the Jedi-knight series, you know that every now and then there's one of those episodes where there's just a lot of space where I'm killing things or trying to, use things like I am here. And it has a big open space for me to be able to talk. So I'm able to talk about my character a little bit this episode, which is really nice because we haven't had one of those episodes in a while to be able to kind of unpack what's going on with my character. The second thing is I could probably talk about my character looking like a Jedi every now and then, since you guys still haven't figured it out, which is disappointing. Some of you got kind of close, but for the most part, you guys are way off. Unfortunately, I mean, you're getting on the right track. You're just taking a detour somewhere in the thought process, which is unfortunate. However, it is really cool, and we'll talk about that. And then the last thing is this mount that I'm using. A few people are like, "Oh man, I love that mount. I really want it." Well, I didn't buy it. In fact, one of you viewers gave it to me, which was really awesome. And I had told them, yeah, I'd use it, past Chapter 1, because they gave it to me after I had already finished Chapter 1, but I would have used it from the very beginning if I, had it. So, thank you very much. I don't ever expect you guys to give me things, but it was a really nice gift.
This is Captain Quillen of the Star Runner. SOS. I repeat, SOS. We're caught in Hoth's gravitational pull and falling fast. Strange events date back 2 weeks. Yavin 4 artifacts, believed to be the source. Something has taken control of the ship. To whomever finds this message, burn this vessel. Don't look inside. Don't touch it. Burn it.
Lieutenant Drellick really is something else. Could find a wampa hair in a snowdrift, I bet.
It still doesn't tell me where the ship is.
No, but we have a bearing from the beacon launch, and those tracks. Somebody beat us to this thing. Lieutenant, sir. We found the beacon, but no ship. There's some light tracks, though. Appear to be a few days old.
Have Shalora zoom in, Sorrel. I've been studying alien tracks since I was old enough to know a Twi'lek from a Toccata. Ortolan. I'd know them if they were 6 days old and covered in jam. Those are Ortolan tracks.
What's an Ortolan?
A cold-weather type of alien who've made their homes on Hoth. Usually peaceful, until recently. It looks like those Ortolans dug something up. Possibly a clue to the ship's location. Sorrel, where's the nearest Ortolan camp?
It's a ways beyond the next outpost, but the tracks look headed in the right direction.
Well, might be time to put on your best diplomatic face, my lord. Ortolans don't like outsiders much, but it looks like they're the key to finding our ghost.
I will be utterly charming.
I'll have Sorrel bring the beacon to the base. Between it and the Ortolans, we're bound to have a breakthrough. We'll be there when you're through dealing with the Ortolans.
He's good. I'll give him that. He's, like I said, he's just like Daniel Jackson. He's able to get the job done, even though he's a little weird at times. However, that being said, it's time to talk a little bit about my character. So, we've gone through some weird things. We've gone through, like, this weird, like, Force Ghost absorption thing that I'm doing, where I have to absorb these Force Ghosts to get their power in order to kill Darth Anaton, or at least disable him long enough for me to kill him. And the thing with the Force Ghosts is that they cause your character, or my character in general, to have so much extra power. She's a little in over her head, and I think she's getting a bit too aggressive in this whole approach. I think she's taking on too much that she can handle, and she doesn't see that. However, she doesn't have anybody on her crew to tell her that, so it's kind of like a crappy, scenario. She's probably gonna do something really stupid here, or have something really dumb happen to her, and she's not gonna have anybody to back her up. And this is gonna affect the rest of Chapter 3 when we get into it, because that mindset will be there after that. So it's kind of a learning experience for her to have someone on her crew that's willing to step up and talk back to her and say, like, hey, this is a bad idea. Maybe that character will be Ashara, which is, obviously the one that I have out right now. That would make a good candidate, but maybe it'll be one of my other ones.
I'm looking for the remains of a ship called the Star Runner, which you took from the distress beacon site. Could you say that again?
No offense, but Master, why can't you Sith just become one with the Force when you die?
I will release you when I've defeated my enemy. What exactly does this entail? And how exactly do I enact revenge on ancient dead assassins?
That was pretty weird that he possessed the Ortelan or Ortalan, whatever it's pronounced, and made a deal with me. Odd.
I met the ghost, and he needs me to get inside an ancient temple.
Then it's true. My peers in the service laughed when I said it was on Hoth, but now, yes! It's the only thing that makes sense. Your ghost said he was a follower of Ludo Kresh, and that Naga Sadow's assassins killed him. Sith, do you realize what you've done?
What have I done exactly?
This must be the greatest discovery since my mentor, Orsilio Gan, unearthed the wing of Naga Sadow's own fighter on Yavin 4. We're talking about the fabled Sadoween, Naga Sadow's personal order of assassins, myth made real. Don't worry, I'll get you inside. I've been circumventing the security of ancient tombs since I was old enough to hold a data spike in a pair of pliers.
Then shut up and get me into that temple.
Yes, my lord, with pleasure.
Sometimes you just need to know how to deal with people like that, and just telling them to shut up and quit talking and you do what I need you to do is often the best way, which is nice because my character has kind of learned how to do that through, I guess, having people under her, plebes under her, but he'll be following me around, keeping me alive as we do this quest. On that note, though, it is time to kind of talk to you about why my character looks like a Jedi every now and then. Now, it's not anything big, it's not anything like majorly changing to the story, as some of you thought it would be, but it is something pretty simple. It's whenever my character is on the same planet as her sister, which is a Jedi, it's the Jedi Consular, then she tends to wear Jedi garb. It's not anything conscious, you know, it's a completely subconscious thing that happens. It's just one of those things. It connects them, so you know when her sister is on the same planet as her at the same time. So, like, she's on Hoth right now, my character is, and then her sister is as well, doing her little, you know, Jedi Consular thing. And the same goes for, like, planets such as Tatooine, although Tatooine I was wearing the Sand People garb, and I think the only other exception to when I don't wear Jedi garb when we're on the same planet is when I do Bel Savis, because I wanted to go kind of with a, I guess, a criminal approach, looking more like a criminal, so she kind of fits in and isn't just like attacked by a ton of escaped prisoners. But other than that, I mean, you got like Voss, she'll kind of look a little Jedi-ish, and when she was on what was that stupid planet, Nar Shaddaa, she was a little Jedi-ish, so it's just a minor connection there that kind of connects her and her sister a lot better than just the fact that they're sisters, you know.
Looks like a simple pulley job. I just need to... Give me a moment.
And now I have to protect him, which is actually kind of a cool quest. You know, you don't get those very often. In fact, I'm kind of happy that you don't really get escort quests. I did quotes there, but I mean, this technically isn't an escort quest, but at the same time, it's got the same idea. It's like a protection escort quest where he's doing his thing and I have to protect him from being attacked. And just previously on the whole Jedi garb thing, like I said, it's something simple. Don't get too hyped up about it. It's not really a big deal. It was just one of those things that I wanted to do to greater connect my character to her sister in a subtle way. So now you know which planets she's on at the same time with her sister. And they have no idea that each other exists, which is the crazy part if you think about it, and that is going to play a huge part into the end of Chapter 3, but we'll talk about that when we get there.